it's done. 48 hours to storage auction success. If you were a premium member, it should already be in your inbox. Yes, that's how good this went. And for those of you who are going to get the hard copies, give me about a week or two and they'll be done and in your who are going to get the hard copies. Give me about a week or two and they'll be done and in your mailbox. So if you want to be a part of this, next week it goes down 48 hours to storage auction success, plus a 2-hour webinar overview of the book. For those of you who are premium customers, you're going to get your invite. You're already included. But for those of you who want to sign up, hit the link below and you can be part of the experience too. And I'm so good, I'm going to do a crazy Craigslist story, and this one is just bananas. Title of this joint, come take a ride with me. This happened early in my storage auction career. I posted an ad on Craigslist. I had this beautiful Louis Philippe bedroom set. The thing was, you couldn't tell it wasn't new. It even had like the new furniture smell. I mean, you just, oh yeah, that smells like new furniture. I put it up on Craigslist, took great pictures, and got this really nice, film camera. I mean, this thing was really nice. It was a Canon, and I took pictures with the Canon camera, and the old-fashioned way. Went in, had them developed, and then scanned them because the pictures were like super crisp. Because I don't know if you've noticed the change between pictures of 5 years ago versus pictures now. I mean, it's just a big difference. That camera was producing those type of pictures back then. And people were just like, ooh. And I got this phone call from this chick. And I could just tell because her voice was wrapped in sugar and honey. Hey, sweetie, that's my bedroom set. I was like, well, you haven't paid for it yet, so it's not exactly yours. And the thing is, back then I was doing free delivery. Delivery was inclusive with the price. I got the unit for $120 and I was selling the bedroom set for $800. So even with the additional cost of delivery, it was more money. Well, she calls me and then she's like, bring the set. Understand, what did I just say? This is when I used to do this early in my career, and for the most part, to be fair, I can only recall maybe 2 times that I actually took furniture to someone and it didn't work out of probably a few hundred deliveries. So, and as you will see in the end, this did work out. So, loaded the truck, and I asked, serious questions like, where do you live? How many steps? A step is any elevation that leads to your house. Once you get in the house, are there any more elevations? Because you have to break it down. Because you'll ask people, are there any stairs to your residence? And they're like, no. And you get there, and there's 2 high stairs. Okay, there's 2 steps. And you're just like, okay, didn't I ask this yard bird, was there any stairs? And yeah, that was like, anyway. So I learned you had to be very specific. Extremely specific. Well, I asked her that, and she says, no, I live in a ranch. You can bring it in through the garage. And I go to Google Maps, and back then it was MapQuest. It was all about MapQuest. And it's like, okay, the neighborhood's pretty solid. Check out the neighborhood. And with no stairs, it was a one-man delivery, which means more money because I could move a bedroom set pretty much by myself with a appliance dolly. So I was like, okay. And even if there was 1 or 2 stairs, I've actually put stuff up a whole flight of stairs. But that's stressful. Need the money, got to make that money type deal. Well, I get her address, and we set up the time, and we set up the date, and I told her, cash only. And this was a way for me to realize, a lot more cash. And seriously, it was just cash only, very clear. So I get there, and just as I thought, she was cute as the day is long. Pretty girl. But I'm about that money, okay? About that cheddar. So I get there, and she's like, would you like a drink? And all of a sudden, doo doo, red flags and alarms and all this shit goes off, because normally when people are buying something, they're about that business. They're about, okay, we're going to take it here. Here's the money. You know, I didn't get those signals. And she was dressed a little skimpy, just a little skimpy. I'm like, what the hell? I was just like, God. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm still new. And I didn't really know how to handle customers like I learned to handle them later on, because, you know, it's like, you're always hoping that you're going to get the money. So you don't want to be like really rude or anything to chase those dollars away. And I was like, Lord, 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 sure. So I go back to the truck, clink, clink, put a lock on the truck, lock the truck up. And because I figure the furniture's not coming off, and I'm like, I'll get a swig of water and be about my way. Well, I get in, and she's like, can I tell you something? I was like, Lord, 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 Lord. I was like, go ahead, tell me. Well, I have most of the money, and her hand is on my knee. And I was just like, look, $800, include delivery. You know, you negotiate before we had a deal. And she said, I know. And she's like, I have $650, but I'm a little short. And like, I'm just looking at nipples and stuff, and like, you know, she had like this little shirt on, but clearly no bra and everything. And I'm just like, no, because this is when I was dating a Brazilian too. And that's another story. Didn't meet her through Craigslist, but anyway, that's personal life. That's none of your business. None of your business. But whew, she was hot, and so I wasn't like really gonna be that easy to induce with sexual favors. So I'm getting ready to go. Had my swig of water, and she said, and she sat back, and she kind of looked at me, and she said, "Would you take a ride with me?" And I'm just like, "What is this?" You know, I'm like, I don't know what was wrong with me, because I was curious, because there was something going on. I was like, it's like, where are we going? And it's like, you know, are you going to try to have me like kidnapped by the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot or something? And she said, no, it's nothing like that. But we going to go get your money. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? She said, don't worry about it. So she gets up, goes in the bedroom. 10 minutes later, she comes out, and like, she's really dolled up, makeup and stuff, hair pulled back in a ponytail, and she's got like that really sassy hooker look. And I was just like, what the hell? It's Friday. Why not? So we go out and get in the car. She's driving, and she gets on the phone, and she's like, you got that for me? Because I got what you want. And I'm just like, is this bitch trying to sell me? What do you mean you got? Whoa. I'm about to get out the car, right? Because I'm like, whoa. Because, you know, if you saw that movie, you know, Bruce Willis, Ving Rhames, you know, bad things can happen to you. She's like, and this, you know, it's like she felt my panic, and she put her hand on my thigh. I was like, baby, yeah, you good. And I'm sitting there like, for some reason, I felt at peace and at ease with that little reassurance. I don't know why, and this is why there's so many stories, because I got myself into so many things. So we're riding and everything, and she's on the phone, and she's like, yeah, I got some things to do, because I'm going to get my bedroom set. And she's looking at me, and she's like smiling and shit. I'm just like, what the hell? Now, I'm crazy, because I'm in the car riding with this crazy chick. So we go, then we really don't go that far. And we pull up in this really nice house and everything, and she just said, let's get out the car. I'm like, what are you getting me into? She said, it'll be all right. So we go inside, and there's this little white dude, little frail dude. I mean, he's like a tiny man. You know, the dude's like maybe 5'7", 5'8", 130 pounds. Really, really little dude. And he looks at me, and he's huge. I'm like, I'm about to leave, because I'm like, okay, you know, this is weird. And he said he'd do. And they were like having this conversation, right? As if I wasn't there. And next thing I know, Buddy is taking off his shirt. I'm like, okay. Next thing I know, Buddy's on the floor, hands and knees, on his hands and knees. And next thing I know, she reaches down, unbuckles his pants, and pulls out his belt. And I'm sitting here like highly alarmed, but deeply intrigued. And the next thing I know, little Miss Goody Gumdrops proceeds to start to wear his ass out. I am talking about Kunta Kinte beatdown. I mean, psh, psh, psh. And I'm sitting there like, repulsed, but I can't tear my eyes away from the carnage, right? And he's just like screaming and like, yes, mistress, and oh, mistress, I'm bad, mistress. I mean, she was putting some stank in it. She put her foot up in his ass, literally. And she was kicking him and stepping on him with the high heels and stuff. I mean, dude, that blood. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And I'm like shook, okay, because I'm like, they do their thing, and then, just like it started, it was over. He gets up. He's crying. Buddy gets up, composes himself. He's crying. His face is all red. His hair is all over his head. And he has the biggest fucking grin on his face. He is like happy as shit. His pants have a big old wet spot because the motherfucker came. And he's like, I so love you. Thank you, mistress. And he excuses himself, goes somewhere, comes back with money. He's got loot. I mean, seriously. He breaks her off a roll, and then he extends his hand to shake my hand. Okay, I understand this is a very weird situation, but I know he has money in his hand, so I shake the dude's hand because I'm like, hey, if you getting off having some beautiful chick beat your ass and I get loot, I'm with it. He gives me $250. I'm sitting there like, what? And at this point, I'm like, let me get this straight. He gives me $250. She tells him, you've been a good boy. You're dismissed. We depart. We're out. So we're in the car, and I'm counting. I got two $100 bills and all crisp and a 50. And, she's like, yeah, I got $1,000. $1,000 for maybe 20 minutes of work. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I got my hand on her thigh. I'm just like, when can we do that shit again? Let me get this straight. I got to see you beat his ass and I got paid. Normally, people have to pay $250, $300, $400 to go to a fight. They don't get paid for showing up. And she's like, I'm so glad you understand because I'm going to need you. I have other customers. And I'm sitting there like, this chick was making a living going out beating people's ass. No, I'm seriously, I bullshit you not. This shit was it just blew me away. And we talked, and we actually became friends. But, I'm jumping ahead of the story, So we go back, and at this point, I'm like happy as hell. Lock is off the truck. I'm taking her bedroom set in because she got me my money. I'm feeling like a pimp. I mean, seriously, I felt very pimperish, like way pimperish. And, we sit there and everything, and we just talk. And then she does the stripper thing. She used to be a stripper and everything because she changes in front of me and, titties and ass everywhere. But at this point, that doesn't faze me because I just saw her whoop his ass. Okay? At this point, ain't really nothing. And, she's changing everything. And it's like, we like friends and stuff and everything. So I blip her, and she's like, okay. I love to say, and I'm getting ready to go. And she said, oh no, wait a minute. She peels off all the money because she had given me the money. She gives me the full $800. So that's right, $1,050. And I told my partner about it, and my partner, she was like, I am so upset because she lived for stuff like that. People used to come in the store and just tell her all kinds of stuff. And I actually watched her beat a few more people because they needed a witness for additional humiliation. I got paid humiliation witness money. Yeah, for real. And this would never happen to me unless I was in the storage auction business. And we, for about a year, every now and then, it wasn't like a weekly thing or a monthly thing. It was just like, I get the call, hey, could you, you take a ride with me? Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. I got home that night and I told my girl what happened. And boy, I don't know what it was, but I put it on her. I don't know if it was getting the money or watching that. I don't know what the hell, but I was different that night. And she said, whatever you did, you need to do it again. But anyway, that's the kind of stuff that can happen to you when you get in the storage auction business. And use Craigslist as a robust sales channel. And see, this is what I'm talking about. When y'all's like, oh, he told all the stories. No, I haven't. I'm going to start releasing the gooder stuff. The gooder. Yes, not good stuff, but the gooder. Not the best, but the gooder. Because this is just the tip of the iceberg. All right, this is Glendon with Crazy Craigslist Stories. I will see you in the next video. And be sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And if you want to be part of the 48 Hours to Storage Auction Success webinar, bam, hit that down there and you'll be in.